Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Buffalo Sports Center. I am Don, and today we are going to break down this humongous Week 15 matchup between the 7-6 Buffalo Bills and the 10-3 Dallas Cowboys. And for the Bills, this game will be played at home in Orchard Park, so that's good for them. Unfortunately, Dallas Cowboys, they have been rolling. They are coming off a humongous divisional victory on Sunday Night Football over their arch rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles. That helped take Dallas right to the top of their division. They are there. They are looking to keep that alive. They cannot afford a misstep. And good for the Cowboys is that their offense has been absolutely phenomenal over the last 3 weeks. 30-something points against the Seahawks, 33 points against the Eagles. Dak Prescott, dare I say, at Week 15 in the 2023 season is now a legitimate MVP candidate, and he has been for most of this year, outside of a couple of missteps, one very early in the season against the Arizona Cardinals, and a couple others against the Philadelphia Eagles in a very narrow loss to them at Philly, and another weird loss. But for Dak Prescott, he was really good against the Eagles on Sunday night. He had 271 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for a couple of yards to extend some big plays. And he's just been phenomenal. He has looked very surefire. It looks like he understands that this is a big year for him in his career. He's looking for that big contract extension, and he wants to make sure that Dallas and Jerry Jones doesn't look to replace him in the offseason in exchange for a guy that would get them that heavily needed AFC Championship appearance. But the Cowboys have been playing at a very high level recently. Dak Prescott has been a big driver of that. They also have running back Tony Pollard, who has been a really good bell cow for them this year. And they also have a couple of elite receiving options, namely CeeDee Lamb, who, while he only had 71 yards against the Eagles on Sunday night, he is well over 1,000 yards. In fact, he's got 1,253 yards already this year, 8 touchdown catches as well. And another guy that's really been popping off for the Dallas Cowboys has been tight end Jake Ferguson. Now, where did this guy come from? Jake Ferguson has been, in the Dawson Knox tier of tight ends. Very solid, always had that potential. Well, this year, he's definitely putting it to good use. He's got 570 yards this year, 11.2 yards a catch, 5 touchdown catches as well. I really wish I picked him up in fantasy. That would have been an elite pickup for me. And, of course, the Cowboys also have Michael Gallup, veteran Brandon Cooks, Cavante Turpin, and Jalen Tolbert. This team, their receiving core, their offense, it's scary. And they also have one of the better offensive lines in the NFL as well to make sure that Dak stays protected. But Dallas overall, their offense has been elite. But the Bills' defense put up a huge statement. Somehow limited Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense to only 17 points. Now, while some would say Kadarius Toney was a really good defender for the Bills against the Chiefs on Sunday, that would take away a lot from what the Bills players actually did on defense. And there's a couple guys that I want to bring up. First, Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver has had his breakout year here for the Bills. He's been fantastic in the run-stopping position. He's up to 6.5 sacks now on the year. And in run-stopping, while the stats don't look great, Ed Oliver has passed the eye test. Now, middle linebacker Terrell Bernard also has been really good for the Bills. I've loved his play. The basically rookie came into this year with a whole lot of inexperience, but that experience he's making up for this year has been really good stuff. Terrell Dodson has also elevated his play over the last couple of weeks, which is really surprising because I have not been Dodson's biggest fan. But he's finally making the correct reads, plugging the right holes, and he's doing his best to help the Bills forget about Matt Milano. That's a daunting task, and he hasn't quite lived up to that, but he has helped kind of keep the boat afloat, so to speak, for the Bills' defense over the last couple of weeks. And you also think about Taron Johnson. He had a big game. Dane Jackson, he's had a big season for the Bills. Von Miller actually had an impact against the Chiefs. The first time this year I've been able to talk positively about Von Miller. He finally made an impact. It worked. He got Patrick Mahomes unsettled, and he made a couple of big plays in the fourth quarter. That is huge for the Buffalo Bills. Unfortunately for the Bills defense, they have to deal with a couple more injuries now. AJ Epinesa, who's had a breakout season of his own, he had a pick against Patty Mahomes. He left the Chiefs game due to a rib injury. He will not play against Dallas. The same goes for Micah Hyde. He had a stinger against the Chiefs on Sunday. He also will not be playing this Sunday against the Cowboys. So 2 huge losses for the Bills defense. How will they respond? Well, they're going to have to score a lot of points. Josh Allen didn't have quite his best game on Sunday, did enough plays, including an insane sideline throw to Latavius Murray deep in the fourth quarter. That helped keep the Bills' hopes alive in the playoff race. But, I mean, overall, the stats didn't look too great for him on Sunday. He only had 233 passing yards, 23 for 42 through the air, a pick and an interception. But on the ground and through the air, James Cook showed that he deserves more playing time here for the Bills. He had 58 yards on the ground. That's really good. 83 yards on 5 catches for a touchdown. That's also really good. And what's also been really good for the Bills is how Joe Brady, offensive coordinator, has been able to utilize Josh Allen on designed runs in the running game, getting him outside the pocket. Because under Ken Dorsey, that simply was not happening. But now Josh Allen is doing that, and that suddenly led to a whole lot of other options for the Bills offense to be able to attack other teams with. We saw in that Eagles game, that was the Gabe Davis game. On Sunday, that was the James Cook game. But now with Dawson Knox back, the Bills have another option to throw to on Sunday against the Cowboys. And finally, let's discuss very quickly here the Cowboys defense, which has been good. It could be better, but they've done their jobs. And I would really say that Dallas's defense has been good, and they are kind of defined by the play of Deron Bland, who is filling in for Trayvon Diggs, who, of course, had that early season-ending injury. I'm getting my words mixed up. He had a season-ending injury early in the season. Deron Bland took his place. He's got the NFL record for most pick sixes in one season. He's been really good, but when he's not been his sharpest, the Cowboys suddenly lose. Stephon Gilmore, former Bills, he's also in the secondary here for the Cowboys. Donovan Wilson's also really good. Of course, you can't forget about Micah Parsons, who did play. Somehow he played. I thought he was going to be out against the Eagles. He did not. He got through whatever injury he's dealing with. He played. Malik Hooker's really good. Dante Fowler's really good. DeMarcus Lawrence, of course, is phenomenal. So they just have a lot of big names on this defense. But if you're the Bills, you want to attack the Cowboys in their linebacking core. It's not the most flashiest. It's not the fastest. They have one of the older defenses in the NFL. Use your speed. Attack the Cowboys that way. That's what the Eagles failed to do. They tried to run it. They tried to be cute. They tried to do their thing. But lots of turnovers really killed the Eagles. That's what the Cowboys are also good at. While they don't have the speed, they really have an awesome turnover margin. Josh Allen in this Bills offense has to be careful not to hand Dallas any gifts. They've been given a lot of gifts over the last couple of weeks. Bills got to make sure they don't hand the Cowboys another one. But folks, that's it for me here today. Thank you for watching this preview. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And now let's see what our BSC panel is predicting for this huge Week 15 matchup between the Bills, who look to keep their playoff hopes alive, and the Dallas Cowboys, who look to win the NFC East. Cheers.
Yeah, 4th and a foot. And a mishandle on the snap. Allen picks it up, and he's still going. Look at Josh Allen.
Oh, my goodness. Honestly, this is why his teammates love him, though. He is a football player through and through.
Number 17 recover the ball and gain a first down.
Cowboy 28. A little trickery and a pass to boot. Wide open. Singletary with the Buffalo touchdown.